back out on the North Shore. It's a Monday. It's about 50 degrees outside, so it's a little chilly. Nice fall day. But I thought I'd start off with this beautiful view in front of Cascade River State Park. The river comes out right up here, so I'm going to head up the river of Cascade River and off to my campsite that's about 6 miles away. The hike is going to be about 11 miles total, but about 5.86 miles to the campsite. So lows for the night are supposed to be around 45. High for the day today is supposed to be like 54 for tomorrow. So should be a nice fall day. The peak colors are just past, it seems like, but they're still pretty colorful. A lot of oranges and yellows around. So like I said, should be a nice hike. All right, since we're in another state park and there's a map, I'll kind of show you where we are and where we're gonna go. I'm starting right down here. I'm gonna head up Cascade River, past the Cascade Falls, all the way up here, and then take a right off from the river, hit the Superior Hiking Trail, hit up Lookout Mountain. I'm thinking that's probably might stop for a break and lunch, and then I head out this way towards my campsite. So looks like it should be a beautiful hike. get to the split where I kind of leave Cascade River State Park and head out onto the Superior hiking trail toward the Lookout Mountain. It is 1.3 miles away, so pretty. It turns out to be a lot warmer here in the woods and along the river than it was out by the highway, the trailhead. 54 degrees I have right now. So it's actually pretty warm. I kind of a little bit warm with this jacket on, but I figure I'd take it off and when I get to Lookout Mountain if it's still warm out. But Cascade River is just beautiful. I think it'll be a better hike. My next hike when I'm gonna do the there's a loop that goes up and back down to the trailhead with a few campsites. I think 4 campsites actually along that area, along that loop trail. So my next hike, I feel like I'm just gonna, it might be either a day hike, which would be a convenient day hike, or if I feel like it or if things work out right, I'm gonna camp at one of those campsites and then just head out in the morning. And it would be a short one because I think the loop trail is like 7 or 8 miles, so it's not too terribly long, but I'm sure it will be beautiful. But I'll take some more video as I get up here to Lookout Mountain. I just left Lookout Mountain. Beautiful views up there. Didn't stop for a break or for a snack or anything like I originally thought I was going to. It's just really windy and chilly up there, and there was also like 6 people up there. I've already seen roughly 15 to 20 people just to the hike to Lookout Mountain. So still a decent amount of people out. I mean, but really actually since I've left Lookout Mountain now, maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, not a single person. I feel like I'm on the trail by myself now. So that's nice. But it's still holding steady at 54 degrees. Humidity is at 69%, so it's not bad at all out here. But like I said, the wind with no sun makes it a little bit chilly, but it's definitely doable. So still beautiful out here. The colors are beautiful. And everything is just still, I wouldn't say peak, but I'd probably say just past peak to where it's all still pretty beautiful out here. So, but I think the next point of interest is Indian Camp Creek, It's a place where I was gonna camp at first, but then so many people told me that Spruce Creek was the better campsite. Boy, the trail just got real skinny real quick. But so many people told me Spruce Creek was the better campsite. So I'm gonna pass up Indian Creek, I'm gonna check it out and pass it up and go for a camp out at Spruce Creek. So hopefully there's not too many people there and I can get a tent pad. But once I get to Indian Creek, if it's a nice campsite, you know, I'll take a video and kind of show the campsite that I was going to camp at. But after that, it's not much farther, and then I'll be at my campsite, Spruce Creek campsite. So we will see. I just left Indian Creek camp, and nice campsite, lots of tent pads. But like I said, I'm heading to Spruce Creek, so hopefully Spruce Creek is a little nicer. But my next point of interest is Jerry, I don't know how you say the last name, it's like Jerry Evgens or something. But that's an overlook that's coming up. So surprised you can't see the lake. Well, there you go. Kind of see the lake behind me. But that overlook is at about a mile. So when I get up there, I'll take some video and pictures. Boy, now I'm really getting a good view of the lake. But once I get up there, I'll take video and pictures, and then I think I'm only about 1.5 to 2 miles from my campsite after that. So shouldn't be too much longer. I just left that Jerry's Overlook. That was kind of whack. You can tell it was pretty grown in. I'm gonna throw it on the video so you already saw it, I'm sure, but yeah, pretty overgrown and not that good of a overlook as far as views. But that one that was right before it, the little outcropping, I feel like they need to switch it. Make Jerry's Overlook that other one, because that was a real overlook. And it had some really good views. It was just really windy and really cold up there, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time up there. But so now I'm on to my campsite. So I should be 1.5 to 2 miles away from the campsite. So far it's just been beautiful. I mean, look at even the trail is just gorgeous. Just beautiful out here today. Like I said, it's a little chilly and a little windy, but I mean, I'd take that any day over a hot, humid summer day with mosquitoes and flies just all over me. So really can't complain about the weather today, even though, like I said, it is a little chilly, but hey, it's hiking weather, so it's good weather. But unless there's another highlight that I see or anything cool, I'll take some video once I get to camp. Alright, I made it to camp and I'm all set up. I actually had to move my tent from where I originally set it up. Well, good thing I have a freestanding tent that I can just pick up and move somewhere else. I set up right over here, and it was a good spot, but like view-wise of the creek, but it turned out to be, once I got it set up, it wasn't as level as it looked. I kind of got it set up and I was like, I don't want to sleep all slanted to one side. so I picked it up and moved it, I don't know, 15 feet over here. But I still got a good view of the creek, so no complaints over this spot right here. So, and then I got like the cedars behind me. That's kind of the campsite right over there. So, whoop, right over there behind this tree. But yeah, it's a nice, good little setup for me. Like I said, you got a view of the creek right there. So, water access is right there for me. So, beautiful. But nobody at camp, so I got an empty campsite for now. It's about 4 o'clock, so I'll probably end up hanging out here for a little bit in my tent, relax for a little bit. I'm figuring 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'll probably make some dinner, but who knows if anybody else comes in or not. It's pretty quiet right now, so all you hear is the sound of that creek down there. So it's a nice creek too. So the water I got though wasn't exactly the clearest water compared to Lake Agnes. It was crystal clear, but whatever, it's wet, so it'll work. But yeah, not a whole lot going on at camp tonight. It's gonna be a nice relaxing night in the tent, I think. So take some more video later on. All right, all set up at camp. Figure I'd show you my setup, show you the campsite real quick. There's kind of my view behind me of the Spruce Creek. So I got my water source right here in front of me in front of the tent, so that's good. But a real big campsite. So this place has got lots and lots of tent pads and lots of hammock spots. So as you can see, this place is good size. So there's a fire pit down here, but beyond that fire pit, there's actually a whole nother campsite. There's a whole nother fire pit back here. There's a little trail behind the fire pit that goes to another campsite. I shouldn't say campsite, but just like another fire ring. And take a look at it real quick here. But yeah, this was a nice spot too, but it just, I don't know, didn't have the view of the creek that I found over where I'm at right now. So, but yeah, as you can tell, another beautiful spot. Got all the rocks and everything all behind you, kind of making for some great scenery. But see, I was gonna hang like I got a hammock. I was gonna set my tent up right here on the other side of this bench because you kind of had a view then of the creek, but when you're in your tent you wouldn't have a view. Standing up you can see the creek, but that's it. But the latrine is actually a pretty unique one. As you can see behind me right here, maybe you can't see. There we go. There's the latrine right there behind me. Here's the sign for it. And the trail kind of goes up that hill. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it goes up the hill quite a ways. So it's quite the trek to get to the latrine. Hopefully you don't have to use it in the middle of the night. But it was a brand new one. Had a lid on it and everything. Had a toilet seat, like a lid on it. Like, nicest latrine I've seen so far. So, but that's camp. And like I said, here's kind of the view looking down on the creek. There's my tent. So, like I said, it's a beautiful campsite. Nice and secluded, really quiet. Nobody's here. We'll see how long that lasts. But like I said, I'll probably hang out here and make some dinner here in a little bit. So, should be a nice, quiet, relaxing night. All right, I'm in my tent and it's getting kind of late, so I think I'm about to call it for the night. One other hiker came in to the campsite. Liz, that's her name. She's from down south somewhere, I think Florida? Indiana. She's from Indiana, but she's been hiking in Florida, and she's about to get off the trail. It's getting cold, and she's kind of like me, where she doesn't like the cold. So I'm kind of been hunkered down in my tent since I made dinner because it's definitely chilly. It's probably 50 degrees right now with no sun. It's cold. So this is probably going to be my last camp out of the season. It's pretty chilly. Not a whole lot going on at camp. Had dinner, kind of hung out, edited some videos and pictures, but I think it's going to be an early morning tomorrow. So alright, well, it's about 7 a.m. Going to grab my bear bag. But that one other camper that came in, Liz, last night, turns out I talked to her and she's kind of like me, and she doesn't like the cold. So she's been on the trail, I can't remember how long she said. I think like a few weeks or something. But she's talking about bailing out into Lutzen and finding a hotel, maybe even just stopping the trail altogether since it's getting so cold out. But I told her she can hike out with me and I'll give her a ride. So looks like I'll have a hiking partner for the for the walk out to the truck. So we're gonna make some breakfast, you know, pack things up, get going. Probably be gone in about an hour or so. Jesus. That's not good. Came across this cool shelter and outhouse that's not on the map. So yeah, sweet. All right, we're on the trail and found a really nice outhouse. You can even take a number 2 next to your partner. And it smells good in here and everything. You can tell by the writing on the wall, it gets cleaned out daily, it looks like. And you can tell it smells good. It looks good. So not bad. we have a nice little amphitheater looking out over Caribou Lake, if you can get a view. There we go, that's not bad. All right, we're taking the road walk back to the trailhead, and beautiful views on the way back to the trailhead. Trailhead's right there. Whoop, right there. So we're right there, but I forgot to introduce Liz here. Liz is from Indiana. She started the trail at the northern terminus, and we camped together last night at the Spruce Creek campsite, and she needs to reevaluate some gear because it's getting cold quick out here. And so I'm gonna give her a ride to somewhere in Lutzen so she can get some more gear and maybe get a hotel because it's gonna rain today. But we're at the end of the trailhead, so next hike is gonna be my Cascade River loop, so it should be a good one.